Shalom, this is Baruch Rappaport for Torah Online, Chumash and Rashi with Parshat Hashavua, Parshat Shemot. Little by little, they were dragged in to be persecuted and enslaved. Moses made his way to Midian, where he married the daughter of Yitro, and received the prophecy to go back to Egypt that God was going to redeem the Jewish people. Moshe had this prophecy on Mount Sinai, on Har Sinai, the prophecy at the burning bush. And so Moshe came back to Egypt by himself, sent his family back, and there got the elders of Israel together and told them that he received a prophecy that God was going to redeem Bnei Yisrael. They should prepare themselves. Here's the pasuk, V'achar, and afterwards, Bo Moshe v'Aaron, Moshe and Aharon came, Vayomeru el Paro, and they said to Paro, Ko Amar, thus said Adonai Elohei Yisrael, the Lord God of Israel, Shalach et ami, send my people, v'yachogu li bamidbar, and they will celebrate with me in the wilderness. Rashi says, v'yachar, and afterwards, Bo Moshe v'Aaron, Moshe and Aaron came. Aval hazikenim, but the elders, I really should have stressed that more over here at the end of Perek 4, Perek Daled. It mentioned over here. So the elders were with them. They were going to Paro. And afterwards, Moshe and Aaron came. What about the elders? Aval hazikenim nishmetu, but the elders slipped away, echad, one by one. Me'achar Moshe v'Aaron, that were walking after Moshe and Aaron. Everybody was walking with them. The elders were walking with Moshe and Aaron, but little by little, each one at a time, they got cold feet and they stayed behind. Until shenishmetu, until they slipped away, kulam. Shenishmetu kulam, until they slipped away, all of them. Kodem sheigiu lepaltin, before they came to the palace. Lefi sheyaru lelechet, because they were afraid to go. I mean, there is no one person that's as powerful nowadays as Paro was then. So they're going to come and start giving orders to Paro. It wasn't simple. So the elders of Israel chickened out. And by the time they got to the palace, only Moshe and Aaron were there. Ubesinai nifra mehem. On Mount Sinai, they were paid back. The pasuk says, V'nigash Moshe levado, and Moshe will approach himself, El Hashem, to God, V'hem lo yigashu, and they will not approach. In other words, the elders were not allowed to approach at the Matan Torah, at the time of the giving of the Torah, at Sinai. Hechziram le'acharehem. He sent them back and insisted that they stay behind. Now, what's the problem over here? The problem is, at the end of Parshat Mishpatim, it says over there, from this verse, according to Rashi, it's implied that what it says there in the verse, over there in Perek Chavdaled, Pasuk Beit, And Moshe alone shall draw near unto the Lord, but they shall not draw near, meaning the elders, is a punishment for what happened over here. That the elders chickened out and refrained from going to the palace with Moshe and Aaron. That's basically what Rashi says. However, the problem is, it says in the previous verse over there in Parshat Mishpatim, it says like this. Before this verse, it says as follows. Then God said to Moshe, come up to the Lord with Aharon, Nadav, Va'avihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and bow low from afar, and bow down low from afar. So, now the next pasuk is said that God said that only Moshe should come, but the others should not come. So I ask you, if this is a punishment for what happened over here, that the elders chickened out, so then why wasn't Aaron, Nadav, and Avihu allowed to go up? I mean, what did they do? I mean, obviously nothing. Aaron came with Moshe, and Nadav and Avihu are not mentioned over here. At first glance, it sounds like that the Rashi, excuse expression, is not right. Because it sounds like something else is going on over there. Because Aaron was not being punished. Aaron also wasn't allowed to come up to the top of the mountain where Moshe received the Torah. Nadav and Avihu were not allowed to go up the mountain where Moshe received the Torah. So then, what's pshat over there? Okay, now the Siftei Chachamim writes that the Re'em, the Mizrahi, asked this question, and he brings from someone else, I'm pretty sure the Kitzur Mizrahi, that says that this question is not difficult, and let's see it over there. Let's see it inside.